What's up, y'all? Hope everybody having a blessed day. We finna have a conversation. Hold on, let me turn this on right quick. Sorry about that. There we go. I had to get some lighting going. I just have a perspective on something. I'm sitting here on social media. We should have talked about it on my radio show today. So now you got all the white Christians on here, white supremacist Christians on the internet. Got words about Brittney Griner today because the president of the United States, Joe Biden, and the Biden administration took a deal to get Brittney Griner home. However, that was the only deal that they made. And you're trying to make it seem like he chose Brittney Griner over the ex-Marine, who, and saying, I'm reading all of the comments, and I'm looking at all of you white Christians. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, bring that shit over here, and and then they're on here saying, well, now she'll probably stand up for the flag or whatever, a protest. Y'all, one thing about it, you think somebody's supposed to stand up for the flag, that just because Joe Biden got her negotiated to get her back to the United States, still, it don't take away from the fact that this country is racist as shit. And it's still racist. And if she come home and still don't stand up for the flag because some white police officer go in the house and kill a black woman, she have that right. It's called a protest or whatever. But two things y'all love. You love your flag and you love your white Jesus. And you think everybody's supposed to bow down to your white Jesus and bow down to a flag and the way that black people have been treated in this country for decades, for centuries, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? And instead of being happy for her and happy that she's home safe or whatever. And I got a two-part. First, I'm gonna talk about the NBA and the WNBA or whatever. It's crazy because it seems like, just to me, sometimes when I'm in line at the airport, somebody see me and recognize me and say, Rickey, come over here to the front of the line. Or at Walmart. Or if God got some kind of favor on my life. And if you look around and you look in white people's eyes or whatever, from my experience, what I've seen myself, you feel like black folks don't supposed to get shit. You feel like if somebody black gets something, it's always questioned. Well, why didn't he have to stand in line? When many times I've seen people pull out of the crowd and seen white people being escorted to the front of the line, or white people giving something and black people being overlooked. But the minute somebody black gets something, then here come all of the riffraff that comes with it and all of your perspective, and trying to make it seem as if the Biden administration chose her over him. He was not even, that wasn't even on the negotiation table. And the way the deal was set up, it was a take it or leave it. And he did the right thing by getting her home. Number one, she's black. Number one, she's a woman, almost 7 feet, and a member of the LGBT community, right? And how the fuck you think she was gonna get treated in Russia? Show me some black people in Russia. Show me a black woman that's 7 feet tall, and how do you think she was going to get treated? If she would have stayed over there, she would have died, for real. But I just find it so interesting. Y'all talking about now she will stand up for the flag. Shit, what the fuck somebody was supposed to do when you got George Floyd and you got Sandra Bland, Trayvon Martin, all of these unarmed black people being killed or whatever? That's what a protest is. People using their platforms to protest racial inequality. And you mad and you mad about that. If you go on some of these websites and go on Twitter and look at what all the white Christians, yeah, the white Christians, I said it, can pay me to go to a white church. I'll never kneel before God with them. Because I ain't never seen, I seen one or two white preachers denounce white supremacy and denounce hatred towards people of color. One or two. Can pay me to go to no goddamn white church or whatever. Y'all sitting up here talking about pray for President Trump, but you hate Barack Obama. And never seen none of them step up to the plate and denounce hatred towards communities of color and address racism in this country. You hated Dr. King. You hated John F. Kennedy. You hated Medgar Evers. You hated Rosa Parks. You hate people that stand up for civil rights. Strap up your bootstraps and get what you got. Man, this country racist as shit. If we could, we would. Black people built this goddamn country. And the rhetoric out here about, and let's address the NBA and the WNBA. Man, they need to pay those women more money, period. Because the fact that an NBA player make way more money than women in the WNBA, and they get to enjoy their off season. On the off season, they get to go to the beach. They get to take a vacation. But why the women athletes got to go and fly overseas and work another job just to have to make a decent salary? And now their knees can't get rest, their feet can't get rest, their shoulders, their injuries, all that kind of stuff. She going all the way to fucking Russia to play basketball because they don't pay them no money in the WNBA. And you think that's right? And as a matter of fact, the WNBA players were some of the first people to take a stand against racial equality. Like I know that NBA players and people was taking a stand, but not on the level that the WNBA did when they killed when they killed the young lady up in Louisville, Kentucky, when they killed George Floyd, when they killed Breonna Taylor, when they killed all these damn people. Nobody took a stand like the women in the WNBA. Black women always taking a stand. So why do black women have to take less of a salary? If you take LeBron James and one more player's salary could pay the entire WNBA players, period. And it's not right. These are our mothers. These are our sisters. And black women are the first, always some of the first to stand up and would jump in front of a gun and take a bullet for you if they could. And now she got to go all the way to Russia to play basketball because the WNBA won't pay her. And that's what we need to start protesting. We need to start protesting them games to make them start paying equal pay for WNBA players. There ain't no different for equal pay for women on jobs. So they play basketball, whatever. And we do have to do a better job supporting and buying WNBA tickets and going to the games. But for all these goddamn racist ass Republican, white, Jesus worshiping Christians, I said it. Tell me she need to stand for the flag. If she come back to the United States and there's a protest and there's obvious racism, she need to take a knee again, even after her rescue. That one don't have shit to do with the other. And mind you, the Marine that y'all keep talking about or whatever was dishonorably, from my research, dishonorably discharged from the Marine, and his case and situation is totally different from her case and situation. He wasn't trying to sneak no CBD oil inside of Russia. They said it clear on MSNBC today. He is there for something totally different. So fuck that. For all you white, you right-winged racists, I said it. They're trying to compare the Brittney Griner situation or whatever. It ain't no comparison. That was the only deal that they put on the table or whatever. And that was the only deal and it was a take it or leave it. Not him, her. You want this deal? Give us him. And that's what the deal was. It had nothing to do with no other prisoners that they had. But of course, Fox News and everybody else gonna take it. And when I tell you, man, if don't nobody else stand up for the flag until a lot of this racism stop, I'm not even mad, because it's still going on. People are still being shot in the back, and that's why we have to continue to vote. You know, that's why I'm glad that won that election, so Joe Biden can continue to appoint those lifetime appointments on the bench, and you start getting black women district attorneys or whatever. Y'all sitting up there talking about you don't want to pay a black woman. It's a black woman that's prosecuting Donald Trump, Letitia James, out of the district attorney's office in Manhattan. Black women be standing up. We wouldn't have got Georgia if it weren't for Stacey Abrams. I can go on and on about the accomplishments of black women and things that black women have contributed so we can have what we have. Rosa Parks sat down so we could stand up. So, you know, it not just on the basketball court, off the court, it needs to be equal pay. If they do the same job, they should get the same pay, period. Period. And I don't give a shit. You can share this with any fucking white Christian. The only thing y'all care about is somebody bowing down to your white Jesus in that damn flag. And don't nobody have to stand up for the flag if we don't feel like we're a part of it. And we don't have to bow down to your white Jesus. And all y'all black people that go to Church of the Highlands and over there at all these black Republican churches, you know who you are. And I ain't gonna call some of these other churches out because my parents happen to attend the damn church. I don't know, or whatever. They said we just focus on the word, or whatever. But if I know that you support a motherfucker like Donald Trump, it ain't nothing you can tell me about God, because I don't want to hear it from you. It ain't nothing that you can tell me about God. And you march Roy Moore up in your church. And I'm going to tell you something. I love people, and I have a loving heart. I hate racists. I hate them. So sit over there and look and watch Fox News all day and get all that shit in your system. All you sellout ass preachers, man. Dr. King sat up here and gave up his life at 30-something years old, I think 33 years old, and died just where we can have rights. That's the theology we need to be following. Dr. Martin Luther King, Dr. Frederick Douglass Haynes, Pastor Raphael Warnock, or whatever. That's what we need to be following. If they ain't teaching out of that theology, or where you speaking of God, you talking about God and the things of the Bible, mixed with and relating it to civil rights like Dr. King did so eloquently, you missing out. You can't just get focused on God and the blessings of God and this, that, and other, and you ain't addressing racism. Why is some of these mega church pastors addressing blatant racism? Voters' rights, women's rights, a woman's rights to choose, gerrymandering, police brutality. All of these things are not being addressed. You can't overlook that and say, God bless me and increase and enlarge my territory. Ain't no territory if you get gerrymandered and your vote don't count. God bless me, oh Holy Ghost. Ain't none of that. What Holy Ghost? With a gun to your head by a police officer. What Holy Ghost? All of the blessings of God. Because the Bible also said faith without work is dead. We got to vote. We got to do something. We got to take action. We got to start loving on each other. And we got to stand up for our people. I just hate, I'm just upset, and I'm looking at the news, and I'm talking about the liberal media is racist too. As liberal as the media is, they're racist also. Just like you're sitting up here doing all this stuff with Kylie Irving, but ain't nobody talking about Jerry Jones up in Arkansas trying to stop black children from attending the school. I didn't see that in the liberal media. Donald Trump, only thing he did was pull the cover back and showed us who America really was. He didn't create racism and racism. He showed us who America really was. And now they become emboldened. So as we celebrate Brittney Griner coming home, I promise you, all you got to do is just look on your feed. It's a backlash. Oh, look what the white people saying. It's almost like they hate it that that favor come among somebody black, or somebody do something for somebody black, a black woman getting out of jail. But you felt like it should be him instead of her. And that's real talk. So I said what I said. I don't back it down. You can call me racist or whatever. It's good white folks out here. It's good black folks out here. It's bad white folks out here. And it's bad black folks out here. I stand for good. And I stand up for what's right. I hate racists and I hate black folks that kill other black folks and rob and steal. And I hate bad people. I don't care what color you are. I said what I said. I support Brittney Griner. I support the WNBA. They should pay them. And not one fucking athlete in the WNBA should have to get on a plane and pack a bag and go overseas to play ball for somebody else just to make ends meet. They should be paying them more. There you go. All right, y'all. I hope y'all have a blessed day. That's my thought. Those are my thoughts. Peace.